Welcome back to the Pain Game YouTube channel, and Tyson Fury has retired again for the third time, I think it is now. We'll take a look at his clip on social media.
Hi everybody, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'd like to announce my retirement from boxing. It's been a blast. I've loved every single minute of it, and I'm going to end with this. Dick Turpin wore a mask. God bless everybody. See you on the other side. Get up!
And now, a word from our sponsors. Now, I've been doing a lot of traveling lately from Saudi Arabia to LA, and I know a lot of you've got travel plans for 2025, and there is one app that you have to download, and that app is Saily. Now, Saily is a brand new eSIM service app, and what it does is it gives you a local SIM card that you can use when you're traveling, so you don't have to pay those crazy roaming fees just to send a text back home. They've got eSIM plans for over 160 countries and 8 regions, so wherever you're going, they're going to be able to make sure you're connected. Now, all you've got to do is click the link in the description below, and you can download the app to iOS or Android. Then you buy your plan, just choose the best time frame for you. Then you just install the eSIM on your phone, and when you land at your destination, you can activate your plan instantly. And with Saily, your eSIM only ever has to be installed once. So after each trip, you can turn the eSIM off, and then when your next one comes along, you buy a new plan for where you're going, switch your eSIM back on, and boom, you're back in business. And what I love about Saily is that when I went to LA, the eSIM for them was actually faster than the hotel Wi-Fi. And obviously when I left the hotel, I didn't have to worry about not having any Wi-Fi and all of that nonsense because I was constantly connected. So what you're waiting for, get sorted for your next trip away by clicking the link in the description below and downloading Saily now. Just go to saily.com/paingame and use the code PAINGAME. That's all block capitals, all one word, to get 15% off your first purchase. And a big thanks to Saily for keeping us connected on our travels. But for now, enjoy the video. Now, we know Tyson is different to other boxers, right? He's very flamboyant, he's hot and cold, you don't know what the fuck is going to come out of his mouth next. But this is something that had sort of calmed down in the last few years with the introduction of the huge amounts of money he was getting paid to take these mega fights, right? Previously, he did everything and anything he could to avoid a fight like Alexander Usyk, but when it became worth his while, all of a sudden he started playing ball, and these fake retirements that he does, he stopped completely. Now here we are again, and you just wonder what has changed. Well, maybe there's a clue in his words here, because he says Dick Turpin wore a mask. You know, you think of the storied career of Tyson Fury, right? I might dislike the bloke, but what a fucking career he's had. You can't take that away from him. And to just call it a day like this with a little quote like that, it's so unbefitting to a legacy like what he's got. It's hard to believe that this is real, especially when he's done it so many times before. Now, Dick Turpin, if you're wondering, was a thief, a very, very legendary one, hundreds of years ago, who was known for stick-ups, wearing a mask. And the whole saying goes, when you're getting robbed by someone, or when someone's charging you too much, for example, you go, well, at least Dick Turpin wore a mask, is the phrase. That would lead us to believe that Tyson Fury feels in some way robbed, and that is the reason why he's not coming back to boxing. I can only assume that he hasn't been robbed in any financial way, because we know he's been getting paid well, and that this is directly related to the Alexander Usyk decisions that he lost back to back. And honestly, if that's the case, then it's fucking sad, man, because he got beaten fair and square and conclusively, clearly, in both of those fights. And Tyson Fury, throughout the entire Deontay Wilder trilogy, one that he fought amazingly in. I mean, that legacy of those fights is fantastic, right? But every time he would beat Deontay Wilder would come back with a new set of excuses, and it would try to take away from the win from Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury rightly called him out on it and said, you know what? You're out of order, mate. If someone beat me, I'd just shake the hand and say, best man won on the day. He'd always say that. And yet when it became time to prove it, he didn't do that. He threw the toys out the pram, and now it looks like he's going home. After everything he went through with Wilder and all of his comments about what a big baby and a sore loser Wilder was, he's the biggest hypocrite in boxing. But to literally say, I've been beaten twice and now I'm never coming back, in a huff like that, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm picking it up wrong. And if I am, fair fucks, right? If this bloke just says, I've done everything I needed to do, I've been world champion, and now I want to spend time with my family and my kids, then I'd say fucking good for you, mate, right? You crack on. Who could blame him? But this whole Dick Turpin shit, it leads me to believe that this is a reaction to him saying, I've been robbed. And rather than just coming out and saying it and being a bit more of a man about it and just saying, yeah, I've been fucking robbed and that's why I'm fucking going. He's embarrassed to even say it out loud. So rather than that, he's leaving little clues as to why he's fucking jacking it in, which we all know he probably won't, right? This is also just partially down to a fucking negotiation thing. And it's funny because, you know, you look at those fights, there was multiple low blows that he threw against Alexander Usyk in the first fight. There was the fact that Alexander Usyk was literally ready to end his whole shit in round 9, and the referee dived in and basically saved Tyson Fury in that moment to be able to finish the fight. Even the commentary of both fights, every time Tyson Fury misses a punch, what a great shot by Tyson Fury. It couldn't have been more in his favor than what it was, and he's still not happy. You got bested, bro. I don't know, man. He's a hard guy to figure out. Maybe this is a fucking a ploy to get more money again for the Anthony Joshua fight, but just negotiate. Don't, retiring doesn't prove any, oh, you've got to pay more to get me out of retirement. Fuck me. It's so bloody boring. I can only think of one other thing that this could be, that why he wants to jack it in now, if he really does, and it's Anthony Joshua. You see, as much as Tyson Fury claims he doesn't give a shit about legacy, oh, he cares, man. You wouldn't be fucking doing all these phony retirements over and over and over again if it wasn't about perception and manipulating the situation. He's got Anthony Joshua waiting for him right now, and a lot of people actually put him as the favourite in that fight, and fair enough, but let's be real. Tyson Fury's been dropped by every decent fighter he's fought, and AJ can hit hard. That's not an easy fight. He could win that fight, he could lose that fight. But the point is his legacy right now is sitting in quite a nice place in that, well, I've been robbed in those Usyk fights. I've been robbed. It was because of Ukraine are at war and all that other nonsense. But if he then goes in there against Anthony Joshua and he loses to multiple heavyweights, he can't ever delude himself into being the greatest of all time. No man born from his mother and all the other bollocks. He might just say, fuck it, I'm done with this shit. And then he can talk to himself and claim that he's the best that ever was and that he was robbed and never have to prove anything against Anthony Joshua. This is the fight that the people wanted. And maybe this is why he's teasing us. Maybe it's why he's fucking us around, because he knows that people have stopped loving him the way they used to because of this sort of shit, ironically. So now he's like, well, fuck it, my reputation's in the mud anyway. Why should I care? But this AJ Fury fight was going to give us all of the answers as to who was the greatest Brit of that era. Yes, we've got Dubois, Moses Atoma coming in now, but the era before that was their era. And this was a debate that had raged on for fucking a decade. And maybe he's just trying to get extra cash, but like, do you have to play these games? Just ask for more money. If he ducks this Anthony Joshua fight, and look, let's be real here, in the last couple of days, AJ has came out and made it perfectly clear, I want that fight next. There is no debate now over who was ducking who. That's done. AJ is ready, and he is saying, no, I'm not doing it. AJ wins by the fact the playground rules. You didn't show up, bro. That debate is over. AJ won. That's what happens. As much as Tyson Fury might want to rewrite history and pretend I got robbed against Usyk, no, now you've also got a loss against AJ, because that fight was supposed to happen next. And he even said that before the Usyk fight. I'll take on AJ, I'll take on all of that. He has to fight AJ before it's over and done with. His legacy is already, questionable. The lack of world champions on his CV compared to the other people who are in that bracket is staggering. And losing to Usyk, there's no shame in it. But if you don't even show up to the AJ fight, then his legacy just really does look questionable, man. Because that's a fight he can win. And a fight where he can solidify himself as, all right, I might not have been the number one of that era, but I was certainly second to Usyk. But look, maybe he doesn't, he's always said he doesn't give a fuck about it, so maybe he doesn't give a fuck about all that shit. Maybe he's just like, yeah, I'm genuinely done. I really don't care to such a little degree that this is it for me. But then it's the whole Dick Turpin thing of making out like he's been robbed. That shows you that there's still emotion attached to this. That shows you that he's not really content with what he's saying here. And I feel like someone as addicted to boxing like Tyson Fury is, whether he's angry right now and frustrated about things, he doesn't want to go out like that on a loss. And his ego, despite him acting like he doesn't care about being the greatest of all time, he gives a fuck big time. For him to let that just sit like that, I mean, there's only one way you're going to ever be able to get in there with Usyk again and prove anything, and that's by taking this fucking fight. But maybe he knows deep down there's no point, because I can't beat Usyk anyway. I've tried twice, failed twice. But yeah, this is just my immediate reaction to this. I mean, I've just rambled and tried to pull from what on earth is going through this guy's head. But the bottom line is, it would be a fucking shame. He's a great fighter, right? I might not like him, but he's a great fighter, and there are plenty of good fights left for him. And that robbery quote at the end, it just leaves a sour taste of a guy who's spitting his dummy out when things didn't go his way. That's not how Tyson Fury's legacy should end, in my opinion, for how great of a fighter he's been. But this is the battle we've always had with this guy, of the talent and the character at odds with one another. He's a great talent, but his personality sometimes leaves a lot to be desired. And again, maybe he's just done this for the family, and fair fucks if he has, but that Dick Turpin comment, the AJ stuff, it's just all aligning to him going, nah, fuck this. I'm not going to take any more L's. I'm not going to put myself in this situation. Or maybe he's just trying to negotiate for bigger money. Do I believe him? Nah, I don't, to be honest with you. I think we'll see him back in the ring within the next fucking 8 months. Because as angry as he might feel right now, and as frustrated as he might feel, that determination, that drive, that is in every athlete at that level, it doesn't just go away because you get beat. If anything, it should inspire him more. But I think that that's part of the problem, is he didn't just lose, he lost twice in a row, and he can't accept it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Will we see Tyson Fury fight again, or will it be as simple as he got beat and then jacked it in? Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one.